All right, great. Great. Seems to be today's setup did not have much of a hiccup. So we have this here right now. I hope you guys can see. All right. Okay. So we'll be doing some past paper questions for this. Yeah. All right. So we're going to start from paper. This is November 2019. I'm going to go through some difficult questions that you guys have seen probably in this paper. And then 1-2 also. ठीक है? All right. Yes. Yes. Hello, Abdul Ghani, Ainur, Rana, and for those of you, if you are on, you could see on, I don't know if you are watching it on YouTube, but yeah. Okay, so there is lag. Is there lag? Am I live on YouTube? I don't know. I was supposed to be. I've clicked the button. I don't know. I'm not on YouTube to know. I could probably find out. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yes, on YouTube. I don't know. I was. Okay. So shall we begin? Okay. Now I'm gonna start now. I'm assuming jitne aana tha sab aa gaye sare. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So now I'm gonna go to the first question. Now this is not question number 1. This is the first question I'm gonna attempt to solve. All right. Now, those of you who are writing on YouTube, I can see it later. I'm currently trying to teach on noon and trying to do a live stream at the same time. So if you are writing, great, I see you. Hello. I'm great, Arisha, Abdullah. Okay, so let's look at this question now. Okay, there is an echo. There is an echo in this class. Okay. Now, is there an echo still? Or how about now? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Is there an echo right now too? Because I've turned every other mic off. That's so strange. Okay, let's see now. Okay. Hi. Oh, I know probably why. 1 second. Okay. Now is there? Okay. Hi. No. Yeah, the YouTube was, and I'm sorry, yes, that was what was happening. And now it isn't repeating, right? So let's begin. All right? ठीक है. All right. आवाज़ आ रही थी YouTube की, honestly, अब ख़त्म हो गई है. Perfect. So let's begin, okay? So let's not waste time. So this question में, so now these are some of the questions that many of the students got wrong, which is why I'm focusing on some of these. ये नहीं है कि सब आपके गलत होंगे, but I'm just focusing on some of these because these were highlighted by Cambridge that students had a problem in solving. Yeah? So I thought I'll do some of those first for you. Okay? Now, this question is, which process is involved in all of the following? Obtaining copper sulfate crystals from aqueous copper sulfate, obtaining ethanol from the fermentation of glucose, and obtaining nitrogen from liquid air. Yeah? Now, The processes are crystallization, evaporation, filtration, and fractional distillation. Now, nitrogen from air does require fractional distillation, yeah, but fractional distillation has multiple parts to it. It has evaporation and condensation in itself. Ethanol from the fermentation of glucose, yeah. The and the problem is, how do you obtain ethanol from the fermentation of glucose? Here, this would be you would first क्या कहते हैं, what would you do? You reduce, you ferment glucose and it becomes ethanol and carbon dioxide. And crystallization is only in the option number 1. So crystallization is only occurring in option number 1. Yeah, filtration is really only in part. So basically, in option number 1, you have crystallization, you have so what does option number 1 have? Let me write my pen. So option number 1 has crystallization, it has evaporation, and it has filtration. And that's it. These 3 processes. Obtaining ethanol from fermentation, what would you have there? Anybody? I'm waiting for people to also chime in with their reasons also. Yeah. Is his voice clear now, Mutahir? Okay. So basically, I think people are not really getting involved in answering the verbal parts of my question, so I'll just continue. So the problem most people have here is that they assume fractional distillation is the common, that's the main distractor here. The actual answer is evaporation. Evaporation is used in all 3 processes. Yeah, which process is involved in all of the 3? It is, yeah, evaporation. Okay. Aisha, do you have to always be that mean? Yeah, I think I mentioned something last time also. Is it something that like sorry. No, yeah, it's not like, if you feel that first of all, your analysis is incorrect. A grade threshold is not kept after realizing how smart or not smart the class who takes an exam. The grade thresholds are set before the exam is even given by you guys. They're set beforehand. They're not tweaked much, they're set beforehand. All right? So, okay, I'm sure you are very confident. Then why are you here? Let people who are not confident be here, right? And if you are, that's great. You don't have to, you don't have to put other people down by it. Yeah? Fractional distillation consists of evaporation, but not every evaporation has, okay? So basically, you see, why is the answer B? Because in ethanol, when you do ferment glucose, it forms ethanol. Now the problem is that ethanol is a liquid. So how do you separate ethanol from the remaining glucose? So what you do is you evaporate it and then you condense it later. So the industrial process involves evaporation to separate ethanol from glucose. All right? Fermentation is the conversion of glucose to, the process by name is called fermentation. It makes 2 moles of ethanol, and if you balance this out it makes 2 moles of carbon dioxide also. This process is called fermentation, making of ethanol from glucose. Yeah. Okay. Now, so let's move on to the next question, okay? Because I don't want to spend too much time on any one particular question. Let's look at the next one I have for you. This one is question number 3. In which reaction is a white precipitate present when the reaction is complete? When you, let's part A says barium nitrate is added to sodium chloride. Now, even if there's an exchange of ions, sodium nitrate is soluble, and if it forms barium chloride, it is also soluble. So it cannot be A. In B, NaOH with aluminum first makes a white PPT, but you have excess NaOH. So it does make a white PPT, but it is soluble in excess, which is why it cannot be B also. And the third one is excess NaOH with iron. Now it's a PPT, but it's a green PPT, not a white PPT. And the last one is, why is the last one the reaction is the answer? Because silver aqueous ions combine with chloride aqueous ions to make silver chloride solid. Therefore, the answer in this case is D. All right. Silver is used to precipitate silver chloride, silver iodide, and for those who take IGCSE, even silver bromide. All three. Yeah? All good? Yeah. The distractor here was, by the way, B, because B does make a white PPT with aluminum or chloride. Remember that. Aluminum ions with NaOH, pehle, they do make a white PPT. The only difference is in excess NaOH, they dissolve. In excess NaOH, it dissolves. Yeah? All clear? Just revise that also for you. Okay, the next one. Okay. Okay, now this question might be a little difficult to read, okay, but this was the big question, and on the Noon Academy platform, this is how it shows up. All right. Okay. And in this case, it says, if you cannot read it, I'll try to read it for you. It says here, sulfur dioxide is a gas that is prepared by heating sodium sulfite with HCl. Okay, and that, by the way, the idea is that sulfide ions react with acid to make SO2 gas. That's what they're saying. Okay, it is an acidic gas. It is more dense than air. It is denser than air. That probably is important information how to collect it. So basically, this setup is to collect for gases lighter than air. So that right off the bat, if they want to know the apparatus for preparing and collecting, so it can't be D because its collection is wrong. Okay. Now the idea is that it's an acidic gas. So if it's an acidic gas, you want to dry it also. So an acidic gas cannot be added to a base because you want to be able to collect it. So A cannot be used. You'd want to use basically which one? Sulfuric acid. And the funnel versus this, you want to add the liquid from top. So it will have to be C, because calcium oxide will neutralize sulfur dioxide, and then you'll never be able to collect it. So sulfur dioxide plus calcium oxide will make a salt, and you won't be able to collect it. All right. Yeah. So far so good. Moving on. Yep. Okay. Number 6. Which diagram represents the structure of a solid metal? Okay, it's a solid metal. Yeah, solid metal. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. A lot of people chose B as the answer. Bravo is not the answer, it is C. Why? Because it is a regular lattice. What does lattice mean? A regular arrangement of ions. You see the difference between B and C. People didn't get past. Yeah, bravo. So bravo isn't the answer. Charlie is the answer. A lot of you chose bravo right now. Because you saw bravo, you went from A, alpha to bravo. You said, hey, that's it. But you see, understand that in a lattice, there is a lattice of cations and electrons are between them. Yeah? Oh, crap. Wait. My bad. I did the opposite. Now I'm looking at my answer. I realized, no. This is the opposite. It is B and not C. My bad. It is B and not C. Because the electrons take up all the space between the ions. You see? My bad. Sorry. Because here, what you have is two positive cations cannot be next to each other. They will repel each other. My bad. B is the answer. Sorry. And it is a regular lattice. It's just not straight up. Because between the cations, there's always going to be electrons. Yeah? So my bad. I looked at it incorrectly. The idea why C isn't the answer is because two positive ions will always repel each other. There has to be negative in the space between them to have bonding. Okay? So bravo, that is B. I use the word bravo for B and Charlie for C. So Charlie is incorrect, bravo is correct. Got it? Got it? Sorry for the mix up. Yo, Arisha, I didn't get your question there. Then, number 9, next one. Let's take a look at this question. Ammonia is manufactured from nitrogen and hydrogen by the Haber process. What is the yield when 60 kilograms of ammonia is produced from 60 kilograms of hydrogen? Now, the way this works is you first figure out how much is this supposed to make. So what you do is you first find out the moles of hydrogen. Now assume this is 60 grams, it'll be faster. Do it for 60 grams instead of 60 kilograms. Okay, so mass over mR of hydrogen is 2 is 30 moles of hydrogen. And since 3 moles of hydrogen makes 2 moles of nitrogen, okay, then ammonia. So hydrogen to ammonia's ratio is 2 is the coefficient of hydrogen, 3 is the coefficient of hydrogen, 2 is the coefficient of ammonia. So 30 moles will make how many moles? And so the number of moles of ammonia come out to 20 moles. Then what you do is, this is part 1, this is step number 2. Step number 3 is convert the moles of ammonia into its mass. So moles is 20 moles. And mR of ammonia is 17. So what's 20 times 17? Yeah? Can somebody tell me what's 20 times 17? 340. Okay. So 340 grams. So now if it was kilograms, it would be 340 kilograms. So now what you're doing is you were supposed to make 340 kilograms, but you only made 60. That into 100. So it'll be a little more than 1/6. What do you get this then? I believe that should come out to a little more than 16. 17.6. Yeah. A lot of people don't do the ratio part correctly for this. All right. You can't take ammonia in the first step. There'll be no point. What will be the point of taking ammonia? You whenever you have an yield question, you start off from the reactant, because you are to figure out ये reactant कितना बना सकता है. It was so basically 60 kilogram hydrogen should have made me 340 kilograms of ammonia, but it didn't. It only made me 60. Okay, got it? Can we continue? Okay, let's look at question number 11. This is on electrolysis now. Yeah, and what do we have? Number 11 mein it says B and C are common incorrect answers for this question. What is this question? The diagram shows an electrolysis of experiment using inert electrodes. There are two different experiments. On the left hand side you have aqueous copper sulfate. On the right hand side you have sulfuric acid. Now what are the products for the first reaction? Forget the answers first. This is the plus and the minus, and this is the plus and this is the minus for the left one. So now, because this is the minus end, this is the plus end. So in L, because copper sulfate, on the negative electrode you get copper, but on the positive electrode you get oxygen. And sulfuric acid may you get oxygen and hydrogen. So basically, which show what happens to the concentration of electrolyte. So basically, the concentration of the electrolyte in both cases. Now what people don't realize is that to remove oxygen you have to use up water, right? So the concentration will have to change for both of them. That's why the answer would be D. Okay, Abdul, I'm purposely ignoring a question. I'm in the middle of solving questions. I am not going to entertain any other questions about the thing I'm solving right now. Okay, Abdul Ghani, from the previous question guy, there are two knowns given, you're right, but when you talk about percentage purity you take the known as the initial reactant and not the product. All right, okay. Now, okay, very simple. Let's look at the left one. Now, in the left one, you are going to deposit copper, right? So, isn't copper decreasing? If you're going to deposit copper, isn't copper decreasing in concentration? Copper ions. So, its concentration is decreasing. Yeah. And in M, you very simply, you have H2SO4 is going to make hydrogen gas from what? Hydrogen ions. They're also in the solution. So here even the hydrogen ions decrease. So basically M में क्या हो रहा है? M becomes more concentrated because hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions give water and hydrogen, but in the copper solution you are forming copper 2 plus ions becoming copper and hydroxide ions becoming oxygen. So L में क्या बचेगा? L में towards the end you will be left with a solution of sulfuric acid, while M में what will happen is you will have a more concentrated sulfuric acid. The M may concentration will increase and L may the copper will decrease. Okay. Basically this was a confusing question for more people. Do you understand this? You have to treat them both separately. Dono separately. Like you have to know that aqueous कॉपर सल्फेट में क्या हो रहा होता है और एक्वस सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड में क्या हो रहा होता है. बिकॉज व्हाट इज एक्वस कॉपर सल्फेट? it's copper 2 plus aqueous ions and सल्फेट aqueous ions. जब इनमें से कोई कम या ज़्यादा होगा तो concentration change होगी. Okay? Well, the question can ask anything. So for example, in this case, इसकी electrolysis के में ना क्या हो रहा होता है, copper 2 plus becomes copper and the water का hydroxide, 4 hydroxides become oxygen. तो basically over time the copper sulfate की जो concentration है that decreases and slowly sulfuric acid increases. On the right hand side, when you had sulfuric acid, उसमें क्या हो रहा होता है, hydrogen ions from water, because पानी में भी देखो ना क्या है, acid में ये ions हैं and पानी also has H plus and OH minus ions. And when these two decrease, then these two are left, it becomes more concentrated. You know when the concentration doesn't change? When the electrodes were copper. इसमें electrodes क्या थे? It says inert electrodes. So inert electrodes में the concentration will always change. Remember that. Inert electrodes, the concentration has to change because something has to react. If they said KR, use this. Let me show you. If they had said, and this is the part where I want to highlight because a lot of people have a problem with this. So if they had used copper electrodes, उसमें concentration change नहीं होती. And यहाँ copper sulfate है. You know why? Because if at the cathode you are depositing copper, at the anode you are making copper. So no net change of concentration. Can you read what I'm writing, or is it too fast? Or is it clear enough for those of you who are on Noon Academy right now? Oops, sorry. My bad. Yeah. Again, echo. What? Is there echo? Umaima, I don't understand your two questions. What? Hi. What? How can it repeat? There's nothing else playing from my end. I have no idea what's happening. I have only one screen open. I don't even have anything else open. That's what I'm wondering what's going on. What was playing? I have not a single page open. I have no idea what's playing. Yeah. All right. It was my rap? Well, it must be a Noon Academy thing, because I was not hearing anything. Yeah. Okay, moving on. So where was I? 7 कर लिया था? नहीं, यहाँ था. Yeah, we did 6. So now question number 15 now. Okay. Now gas P decomposed to form Q. And 2 experiments are carried out for the rate of reaction. The conditions are the same except for 2 different temperatures. Now if you look at the temperature, in one of them the reaction is faster. Can you see? Like you could see which one do you think is faster? Can you tell? If I ask you temperature in T1 or T2, which one is faster? Faster, faster, faster. Faster means more Q made in less time. That's what it means to be faster. So like T is faster, T1. If T1 is faster, it must be higher temperature. All right. So T1 is definitely higher temperature, right? So that's option A and Alpha and Charlie. So it's definitely not B and D. So people got that part right. Then the part was XP made. So what is X and Y? Now here you got to count the boxes, guys. Okay, you got to count the boxes. Like how much did P decrease? P was 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4, 5, 6. 6 boxes for P and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Q. So 6 is to 9, which simplifies is to 2 is to 3. So meaning 6 P's made 9 Q's, which means 2 P's will make 3 Q's. And so first of all, it has to be that T1 is a higher temperature. So which is why I know B and D are wrong. And between A and C, X is A. So people got this part right. How did I get the idea? Well, you want the mole ratio and the volume of each gas. So the volume ratio is the mole ratio. And since X and Y are the mole ratio, that's what you wanted. Remember, you want the mole ratio. Okay. No, I don't remember doing this question with you, Miral. You might have done it with somebody else. Yeah. We must have. Okay. Now number 27. This was another question in the same paper which was difficult. This was, which metal decarbonates decompose when heating? Which is the most stable to heat? Okay. Now remember, listen to me. Hi guys. What is the most stable to heat? Down the group, the thermal stability decreases. So the more reactive the element, the more stable the compound. That's what the answer is A here. Okay. Remember that. Most reactive metal is the least reactive compound. Therefore, it is most stable. Good. You guys got this right. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Now this one. Tin is a metal between iron and lead in the reactivity series. Which method can be used for the extraction of iron? Okay. So now is used. Now you only use electrolysis for the most reactive ones. Okay. Just because you can use it doesn't mean we use it. Remember, extraction is an industrial process. लोग क्या समझते हैं कि yes, electrolysis of the molten compound will give me tin, but it's not used for extraction in the industry because it's too expensive. So just like you extract iron, you extract tin. Iron is used by reduction with coke, so tin is also therefore used. जहाँ भी हम reduction with coke कर सकते हैं, we should. You know why? Because carbon is cheap. Industrially, it's favorable. Because extraction is a economic process. Yeah? All right. Moving on. Done? Then 29. Now, this is electrolysis of aluminum oxide by electrolysis. Which statement about this is correct? Now, aluminum ions gain electrons to form aluminum. Okay? That's the first part. And the equation is 3 electrons to become aluminum. So, it seems A is correct here. Now, why is B incorrect? Because cryolite decreases the melting point. Doesn't increase it, it decreases it. It doesn't react with impurities. So it doesn't react with impurities. And the carbon cathode has to be replaced with the carbon, not cathode, carbon anode. So the idea was the carbon anode that needs to be replaced. So the mistake was the anode bit here. It doesn't react and it decreases. Yeah? So it's good to highlight the incorrect parts too. All right? Now, next up, 34. Because anode पे oxide ion over time makes oxygen gas. ठीक है? That's not a problem. ये anode का reaction है. The problem is oxygen gas इतनी pure है कि it burns the carbon to make carbon dioxide. So over time this decreases. ये आपका क्या है? ये आपका anode था. So in anode inert नहीं रहा इसमें. The anode is no longer inert in this. You follow? Okay. That's why I'm doing this, Abdullah Ghani. I'm choosing the questions, the 10, 12 most difficult questions from each past paper. Okay? It reacts due to high temperatures, but the fact it is pure oxygen. Remember, pure oxygen is very reactive. And high temperatures, it causes combustion. ये combustion हो रही है, by the way. Combustion of carbon makes carbon dioxide. Yeah? Number 34 पे आ जाएं अब. ठीक है? When butene reacts with bromine, which compound is made? Now, remember when butene reacts, the two bromines are next to each other. Next to each other. They cannot be on the same guy. They cannot be two carbons apart. यहाँ देखो इतने दूर दूर हैं. They have to be next to each other because वहाँ double bond होना था. So the answer is B. Yeah. Munza, they have to be on two separate because butene is like this. तो क्या करेंगे आप? यहाँ भी bromine आएगा और यहाँ भी आएगा. All right? $35. How many structural isomers are the alcohols with this alcohol as a formula? Now, here I get people have a problem drawing structural isomers. Now, the way I work it out is that I make two structures. Like 4 chains mein, you can have OH on the carbon number 1 and OH on carbon number 2, or OH on this carbon, or the middle one. These are the 4 isomers. You can बाकी सब आप H लगा सकते हो. These are the 4 isomers that this compound makes. Okay. Now you can have, this is the, on the left is the 4 carbon branch, main branch, the 4 carbon in the chain, main chain. On the right is a 3 carbon chain. उसमें भी position number 1 भी है और position 2 भी है. For those of you who want a little more help about organic में how to come up with different structures, you can watch my organic, even A-level organic की first 2 videos. It'll help you understand this easier. Yeah. So this one has what? What is the answer for this? For 35, you get 4 different isomers. Yeah. And then 37. So propanoic acid reacts with calcium carbonates. So now remember, the propanoate ion is CH2H5 COO minus, and calcium is 2 plus. So you need 2 with calcium because calcium is 2 plus. So that's why alpha and Charlie are incorrect. Then it is between Bravo and Delta. Now Bravo and Delta mein the formula, this guy is not propanoic acid. This fellow is butanoic acid. So Charlie and Delta are wrong because of that. So the answer is Bravo. Okay. Many people think that C3H7 COOH is propanoic acid. It is not. It is butanoic because total carbon kitne ho gaye? 4. Yeah. See, Abdul Ahad, Abdul Ghani, you see, it's not propanoic acid. Iska carbon kahan gaya? This has 4 carbons. Now this has 3 carbons. This has also 4 carbons. Got it? Okay. So sometimes quickly solving something causes a problem, and you gotta be a little fast with it. Yeah. And let's look at number 40. So which statement about polymers is correct? Yeah. Fats and nylons both contain this group? No. Fats do, nylon doesn't. What groups does nylon take? Nylon has CONH. ये वाला होता है nylon में. ठीक है? Now the problem is people think C is the answer. C is not the answer, guys. Ethene will decolorize bromine. Do you know what polyethylene looks like? This is one polyethylene ka unit. This is the other second polyethylene ka unit. What must a compound have to decolorize? What should be the feature of a molecule to decolorize bromine? In terms of bonding, what must something have to decolorize bromine? Double bond. And in a polyethylene, there is no double bond. You see? Addition polymers are saturated. So the answer is D. Got it? So far, how's this class? You guys did all right? So far? Okay. Okay, some people want to have a schedule. I'll give you my schedule. Okay. I'll give you the schedule. Okay? So that I'll put up on the group also. Life थोड़ी सी hectic थी, but I'll give you. It's my complaint, I know. I keep saying that, but मैं क्या करूँ? Life is like that. Working hard, trying to get you guys a grade, basically. Yeah? Let's see मैंने कहाँ रखा है यार. 1 second. Let me open my schedule. I had made it. I put it somewhere. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the idea is this. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can even do that. Here, let me take in. Today's what day? Thursday. Okay. Yeah. Like this is the schedule. Basically, it's 8 to 8:45 every day. Okay. Abul takes it 9, 8 to 9. I take it 8 to 8:45. I have other classes, that's why. So 8 p.m., 8 p.m. every day. Okay. 2 days it's on Zoom. And Zoom or Noon Academy both are live streamed. Okay. So yeah, so I'm telling you for tomorrow, I'll put them up beforehand. For tomorrow, we are doing this. Uska dusra paper. Kaun sa tha ye? What did we just do right now? Do you want to do the same, another variant of this? Na, haan. To kya tha? This was, haan. So 2000 and, iska dusra variant. 2019, November, paper 1, 2. And also, if you have any questions about 1 में कोई और सवाल हैं वो भी कल लेके आ जाना. ओके. बट हम कल ये करेंगे जो मैं ऊपर लिख रहा हूँ. दिस इज फॉर टुमारो, दिस इज फॉर फ्राइडे. ओके. And I'll share the schedule on the chat of this group, on the notice board of this group. Okay. Nice talking to you guys. Fun teaching you guys, huh? No, it's not the same Zoom link. The Zoom link is different. I will post the Zoom link on the Noon Academy place also. Okay, thank you, Gaurav and Arisha. Also on the Mighty Network, if you already joined a Mighty Network. If somebody's been following earlier the Mighty Network platform for me or the Noon Academy platform, I'll put that there. And I'll somehow publicly put the link on my YouTube channel also. Okay? Thank you, guys. This class had less hiccups. I'm getting better at this. Tomorrow, even less hiccups. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye. Khuda Hafiz, everybody. Have a good day. Keep studying hard, okay?